Bring your beer along as we take on our final topic. Now, tonight we're asking interfering in-laws. Where do you draw the line? We're going to be schooling our friend here, Mr. Calvin Mary.
I'll be doing a lot of
And of course, we've learned plenty as married men.
Wow.
Honorary. Well, no. Honored, yeah. Well, whatever. We're married men. So, you've got in-laws.
Yep,
How do you manage them, especially the kind that interfere a lot? Do you have a note on the pad?
I'm listening.
Take
I'm-
notes. Let me take notes. Let me jump in. Let me
Jump
in.
in real
Let's
quick.
go.
Let's jump things.
I would say I'm very lucky. I'm privileged, not just with my wife's in-laws. My brothers that are married to
Okay.
the in-laws, maybe there's just something about my family that just gets good vibes. We've never had in-law issues or
That's
interference, or even from my own family. We don't interfere in their own issues and stuff like that. So here the thing for me is, I've had it smooth. I love my in-laws like crazy, and they love me like I'm their own kid.
Oh, that's nice.
I would never say what they do is called interference, but they know how to contribute. They know where they stand. They know what to do, how to do it, when to do it. So I've never, when I hear all these in-law stories, I'm like, seriously? Sometimes
What's the
I'm just like,
worst in-law story you've heard?
oh
worst
no, I've heard of stories of whereby the husband's mother is basically running the house. I've heard stories like
Why would
that.
you let your mother come over to the house and run it anyway?
Oh, but
That's what I wonder
happens.
sometimes.
How
Because
is
Happens
that?
a lot.
How's that even a...
there's a question I also have on my mind. I'm like, who handles in-laws better, the husbands or the wives?
Ooh.
Because most of the time,
It depends on the maturity of
wife,
either
I always hear
party.
stories about wife and mother-in-law. Wife,
Yeah.
mother-in-law. I hear a lot of those clashes more than I hear of husband and father-in-law or husband.
Yeah,
and
because these are the two
Fathers don't
most
have-
important
fathers
women
don't
in your
have
life.
Wahala.
I mean, your wife and your mother,
So
who
the
do
thing
you-
is this, one of the things, I'm equally very lucky because,
Everybody's lucky today.
Wow.
Nobody
'cause
wants
the
to
thing
go
is-
home.
No, 'cause-
So why else are you saying that mother is you will eat tomorrow. Are you doing all the food? It's all the food that goes out first.
All you get home and the door is locked.
So the thing is,
This kind of time.
Dick, I'm sorry, go on, man.
so the thing is, for me, my wife lost the last of her parents just shortly before we got married.
Oh.
Okay.
And so I never really had, all of that. And,
Somebody out there said, lucky you.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because, another thing is, the bulk of my wife's siblings live outside the country.
So you're alone.
So we're
by
pretty much,
circumstance, you're lucky.
So we're pretty much alone. But, I mean, my wife's oldest sister, that's their second born, who's a lady who stood in for her mom, lives in Nigeria. And I can almost say that she loves me. In fact, she calls me her boyfriend.
Ah, very
That's
nice.
how much she loves me. Now, if I have an issue with my wife, I won't tell her. My wife will tell her, and she will send her back like, look, you have to go and apologize to your husband. You have to do this. I'm that lucky. Although it was,
Isn't
it
that
was,
interference?
It was,
You don't think that that's
so,
interference?
No. So she doesn't come into our home directly. She just tells her, you have to go back to your husband.
But what,
Don't come to me to tell me.
What if
Stay-
if
stay-
it was you who should do the apologizing, and then she said to her that she should go and apologize?
So in the Yoruba culture,
Yes.
all right?
A man can never be wrong.
No.
I'm
In the-
joking.
in the Yoruba culture,
Yeah.
when the wife does wrong and she goes to her people,
Yeah.
they are supposed to send her back to her husband's house.
Uh-huh.
You don't take your issues out of your home
Yes.
outside.
Okay, I get that part.
You understand what I'm saying? So whether or not I am the one at fault, she will come back home and sort out
Yes.
her issues.
All in all,
wonder.
yeah,
That's
grand
the way
story
it
and
No
everything.
wonder.
That's the way it should be. It happens in your house.
My wife is Yoruba.
She's
so-
Yoruba, yeah.
Do you understand? So that's the way it should be. Now, moving on to whether or not they interfere or not. I want to almost believe that the interference came from or was going to come from my side, my mom. I love you, mom. This is just a conversation. Now, I want to believe that I avoided it before it started. And that's why men should always take their stand right at the beginning of the relationship,
More like
not the
prepping-
marriage.
More like prepping everybody.
Prepping them that, look, this girl is my girlfriend or she's going to be my wife. You need to understand that she is my family right now. It's either you take her as your daughter or you don't come to my house. Already I told my mom before we got married, I said, none of my siblings will live in my house. That will not happen. You need to begin to set the boundaries before it becomes an issue of, your wife has pushed us away from you, or your wife is not doing this, or your wife is not allowing that. If they had already known that this guy will not allow these things to happen, they will not throw those things at you. But the moment you begin to allow those lapses to come in, you begin to allow little snide remarks come in, it would expand.
Yeah.
Because if I allow you come into my house and sit down on a conversation or an issue, and you have a voice over that issue, and my wife feels bad, and she goes home, goes to bed, and she cries herself to sleep, the next time something happens, it's going to get worse. Maybe my mom will slap her. Or my brother will, something happened between myself and my brother one day with my wife. And I told him, the next time you try this with my wife, this is the last time you're going to come into my house. You need to set those boundaries, not because you don't love your family members. It's not because you don't love them. But you need to understand that if you allow your family disrespect your wife,
I'll tell you
my
something.
brother, they have disrespected you.
I'll tell you something.
And that's
Jack.
just what it
let's,
is.
Let's throw money into all of this. Let's say you get married to a rich wife. And you know how rich families can get.
So
very
that's
controlling
that's
and
the
all.
worst mistake any man can make.
Getting married to a rich wife.
I am telling you, it's a
Ooh,
fact.
I'd like to hear this one.
I have seen people who got themselves into that mess. Especially when, okay, so let me give you an example. So when we got married, my wife is from a wealthy family, right?
Okay.
We were offered a house. I'm from Edo State. I'm a Benin man. We don't sleep in in-laws' house.
You didn't take the other.
I did not take the house. No, I mean, yes, you would feel like that. You would feel like taking the house. But you see, when you take that house, before you know
Shackles and
it,
chain.
somebody will come to the house and say, you guys did not even
Sweep this place.
sweep the place. From sweep the place, they have destroyed the roof. The next, you people are
They'll
not,
show you the crack on the
the
wall.
crack, you people cannot
Exactly,
even maintain
yeah.
the house.
And when this crack appear?
My brother, if there is crack in my house, it is my house. I'm the one paying the rent. All right? You will stake it like that.
Why don't you take the house and sell it?
No,
Why didn't he
that's
take
that's
the house
even a
and sell it?
problem.
That's the worst part
That's
of
the worst
it.
part of it.
You can't
You
sell
take
it.
the house and you sell it.
It's
We gave them the house,
heritage.
they sold it. This guy is a thief. Only me.
So,
You understand what I'm
Here's the
saying?
thing.
Yes,
All right.
please.
I mean, I've got siblings. I've got sisters who are married. All right. I've learned to do a lot of prepping. Oh, I do a lot of prepping. All right. One of the things I do is I'm dating, and then I say to you, you can't. If you want to have a conversation with her, you have it through me.
Right.
All right. It's boundaries. You have to-
Exactly. Setting those
you have
boundaries.
to- yes.
beforehand.
The boundaries have to come. So I have to create boundaries between you and me,
Right.
and then there is her. All right? If I don't set this one, I can't set this one. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
The moment I get this right, I get that right.
Right.
When my sister got separated, before she got married, everybody in the family said, no, you can't marry this guy, blah, 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 blah. And then I just went to her and said, yo, what do you want?
Do you?
I want to marry this guy. I went back to the rest of the family. I don't care what you people want, whatever she wants. What if he leaves her one day? That's their business.
It's her business.
And then when they got separated, everybody started going, oh, but we told you. Oh, we told you. I said, it is not
So
for
here's
you
the
to
thing.
tell. It is for her to know why they are separated. So she will learn the lesson and know whether to
Yeah,
go into this
exactly.
kind of relationship
Let 'em
next
fall.
time.
They'll
This
break a
guy,
leg.
this guy has been here before.
Yeah, it would seem so in another life.
This guy-
But here's the thing. While we're all
Never
talking
been
about,
married, never
while
been
we're
married.
all
You know,
talking
in
about-
this life.
Never
while we're
been
all
married.
talking about in-laws, to somebody we're an in-law as well.
Yeah.
So how much interference do you think you put into people's marriages? Your siblings, your brother, your whoever it is.
So let me
Personally,
tell you.
I'll tell you something personally. I have never for once ever interfered in a sibling's marriage.
Same here.
No matter what it is.
Same here.
I've had situations where a partner has called and said, your brother did this, and I'm like, sorry, do you know what you could do? Talk to him about it. I don't want to know. So I really get riled up sometimes when people want to interfere in mine. So that happens. But I'm here thinking, have I ever? And I've looked through my entire history. I don't think I ever have. And I think that's the way it should be.
So the thing is this, I like to treat people the way I want to be treated. right? If I don't come to your marriage or I come to your house and say this and that, don't come to my house and tell me this. Now, the reason is because my wife is the last born in her family.
Word.
All right? Now, because she's the last born in the family, there's a possibility that
Everybody
would want to talk about our
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to.
They
Everybody
kinda
has
see
an
you as the
opinion
last
as the
born
last
as well.
born as well, so they can come.
In quote,
But,
they care.
but you
In
see,
quotes.
yes, in
Yeah.
what they care. But I have put the boundary or set the boundary in such a way that I'm not coming to you to ask for anything. Right? I take care of my wife adequately. All right? So there's no reason for you to come to my house to tell me this is how you should do it or that's how you should do it. Now, the truth is, I'm going to be totally honest. You see, my wife's siblings don't do that. They don't even have the time for that. I mean, these people live abroad and all of that, so they hardly even have time to even. But peradventure, when we tell them and they say one or two few things, it is not to interfere per se. It's to just help us to resolve the issue and all of that. But I saw that was not working. Because no matter how much your in-laws love you, they will take their sister's side. There's no way.
For sure. Gang, you're a bit silent
There's
on
no
this
way.
one.
Yeah, because I
Because
was,
you have very
I-
nice
I-
in-laws.
I
doesn't-
was thinking of, that video of the girl that proposed to that
Yeah.
guy,
Right.
and how the uncle attacked that guy and said, "I'm going to kill you."
That's an
Yo,
interference.
type of
Yeah, yeah,
situation.
yeah. You
I
bring-
was
bring
thinking
that
about
back.
that.
Imagine they get married
Yeah.
So
and
sometimes,
then
imagine they get married, because sometimes if there's abuse,
he gonna be dead.
if there's abuse in the relationship,
Or
if there's abuse in the
suggested
marriage,
abuse.
that's when some interference is needed. Because sometimes
Yep.
if you find out somebody is maltreating your sister or abusing your sister, you will want to come
wanna-
in and be
you
like,
wanna
"Come,
throw- yeah.
if you like
Don't think she doesn't have
Absolutely.
people.
Yeah.
I mean, you can come with that kind of warning.
Exactly. Sometimes you want to interfere and be like, listen, my family member in your home is being abused. We're not going to take that. We're not going to tolerate it. You give them a warning. Kind of like the Godfather. Remember what Sonny did to his sister's husband at the end of the day? So that kind of situation is there. If there's a form of abuse, then it's actually okay to interfere to fix that kind of situation when the partner, the spouse, cannot speak. Do you understand? I can't say anything, so to speak. So that's where I'm at right now. That's why I was a little bit harsh.
Is
I'm
this
like,
a concern for you going into any relation, going into
Going to marriage.
No.
It's not a concern.
I'll tell you something.
You don't look at a family and say,
there's a
"Mm,
side
can I
we're not,
deal with this family?"
There's a side we're not looking at.
Thank
right?
you. Thank you very much for that.
Which is,
Mazino, thank you so much for that. It's a very key thing.
So here's the thing. Luckily for me, almost every relationship I have been in consciously since my very conscious dating stage
Of
in life,
16.
all right? I have been not 16. As in, I'm saying,
You should just let these things go.
consciously, I've been lucky that the family loved me, and some of them still love me, even though they know I'm not together with their, I'm not
Right,
with their, with their daughter or sister. All right.
For a second there, I thought we were going to say son.
That's close. The thing,
I like to let you continue, but we expect messages from everybody.
so the thing for me is, so again, all right, the part we didn't look at, which was what I wanted to touch like, is the fact that sometimes it is the women who want this interference to happen.
Yeah. I hear you there.
Yes, that's
I hear you
very
there.
correct.
Let's take a short break. When we
That's
get
very
back, we're
correct.
going to be attending to your messages. Use the hashtag The Black Table on TVC. We'd love to read all of those. And when we get back, that'll be all about what we'll be doing. Send them in already. We'll be back. Thank you very much. Welcome back. It's time for your messages, just so we know who's going to be giving us just the tip for today. Kevin Mary are going to be giving us just the tip. Don't worry, you don't need to zip down or anything. It's just a small roundabout advice at the end of the show. Some people might not know. Before you now start going zip down. Let's do your messages. Thank you very much for sending them. And use the hashtag The Black Table on TVC. Outlook.com. Thank you very much. Our regular texter. He says, "Hey, gentlemen, good evening. Please, is Juro on expensive Piota? Is he on expensive Piota? What are all these things that he's saying? And then he hisses. He actually spells out. Interesting. Yeah, Juro, let's say like Kevin Mary, you said, what was that? He's trying to trend?
yeah.
It's cruise talk, you know.
It's cruise
Cruise
talk.
talk.
Ooh,
Yeah,
cruise talk.
Cruise talk.
Yeah.
We're going to add that to the annals of the Black Table. Cruise talk.
Cruise
There's
talk.
there's true
There's-
talk.
Yeah, there's real talk.
Real talk.
Real talk
Yeah,
and
there
cruise
is
talk.
Cruise talk. So that's cruise talk. You don't really need to pay attention to all of that. Let's move on now. At Rita says, laughing out loud, though, please, where's the man that will give me 350 kilo in this Lagos? I call them forth in Jesus' name. Jesus ain't got nothing to do with this. Nothing. Listen, it's the gold mine you're sitting on that actually
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
I see what happened there.
All right. Nice. Okay.
But I think the more we push this topic, the
I
more
wanted to
people
say
feel
something, but I took
entitled.
it back.
No, it's black table. You can say it.
I mean, they can keep sitting on it.
I wish I didn't say that, but in any case, I'm gonna dead that topic. I'm not gonna mention it again because I think the more we talk about it, the more people actually believe that they're entitled to these sums from gentlemen like you or gang.
Not us.
Go and get a job.
Oh, interesting.
We were
Not
already
from,
married.
we're married already, but from him.
I'm sorry,
From
your
you there.
entitlement has stopped.
My brother,
Unfortunately.
get ready, man.
No, they happen.
You know
Enough
they
it
happen.
happen.
You get sense now.
I mean,
Enough it happen,
I
of
think
course.
from the time back, I think there was a lady who put a list together, said if you're going to date me, these are the things I'm going to need, and one of them was like a salary
Have you
of
checked?
sorts.
Have you checked on that lady
Right
recently?
now,
That list.
she might
must
be
have-
at Ademo Alakija right now. I don't know. If you know what
No,
happens at Ademo
but
Alakija.
they keep having expectations. They have lists too. I mean, these people. But here's the thing. Again, real talk, cruise talk.
Right.
All right. When they are with their friends, I mean, with their one now.
yeah.
I knocked that babe. It was bloody. But I like nothing, no knocking
It
happening.
happened.
You get what I'm saying? I mean, it's just cruise talk. You get. Some of them do it. Social media is the worst place
Oh,
to
my
be.
boyfriend gives me some
Oh my!
amount.
I'm
look at
telling
this.
you, our boyfriend no get 1 naira. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it happens every time. You get. I mean, but you can't detention people where you're not supposed to tension. Those
Yeah.
ones can't do carry the thing. So
They carry am for head.
you see your mates, your mates
Exactly.
giving their base 500. See Joro. Did you hear what Joro said?
By the way, if you find yourself with somebody who tells you or who caves into pressure like that, leave the person. No,
True.
no holds
Yeah.
back. Just leave the person.
Just leave the
Unless
person.
you're that kind of person
Because
as
that
well,
person
then
is
you deserve
actually-
yourselves.
That person doesn't have any kind of intelligence.
No relationship.
I'm not
is
even
worth
going to cap on
any
that.
pressure, guys.
I got another one here, guys. Atinu YSA says, Mazina, you see this in-law matter, eh? No go endo. My mother-in-law came into my house and asked why I was serving myself with 2 pieces of meat.
I mean, like, how do you handle
She
that?
went ahead to say I
see what
am
I'm
wasting my husband's money. Eh? Me, I snap. Oh wow! I thought you said you slapped her. She says I snapped at her. Oh, no time. Okay. Yeah. So how do you think your mother should be a permanent resident in your house?
You see that's where.
And as a husband, do you think that there should be regulation regarding
so I was going to say
regarding that?
something, gang.
Because it's a 2.
I was going to say something.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I go on?
Go ahead, go ahead.
All right. Now, for you, gentleman,
Single man.
young
Single man.
You're a young man now. One of the things that I was told, this is outside counseling when I was going to get married,
Yeah.
was, in fact, I would say it was weird. It was very, very unorthodox, very out of place.
What was it?
But it was actually one of the most important things that has held my marriage together till today. Which is, you must talk about everything. You must agree on everything before you get into that marriage, including where you are going to sleep, what part of the bed you are going to sleep. It sounds crazy, but it is extremely important. Let me tell you why.
Real quick, because we
My
have
wife,
one more message.
yes, my wife has, she has a place where she parks her car. I have a place where I park my car. All right? We decided that this is where we're going to be putting our stuff. I put my stuff on the right side of the bed. She puts her stuff on the left side of the bed. I sleep on the right side. She sleeps on the left side. All right? I park my car on the right side. She parks her car on the left side. These are important conversations that you need to have before the marriage, including how long any family member would stay in your house in the marriage.
I don't have to be married to decide that.
No,
You guys don't get.
no.
Like me.
Sorry. Kelvin,
Yo,
Kelvin,
if you
Kelvin,
visit-
Kelvin.
This is before.
Before.
all right.
This is before. Now, hold on.
Okay.
So sorry.
Real
Now,
quick now.
Yeah. Now, you must also understand that I did say earlier on that you have to avoid certain things before they escalate in the marriage. This is taking the piss. Why would your mother-in-law tell you that Why are you eating two
Two
meat in
meat.
your house? That
Okay.
is just.
Jack, I understand your
it's out of
frustration. I feel the
place.
same way, but
It's ridiculous.
I
Are
have
you
to
the one
jump in
paying
there.
for it?
Well, time is
In
not
your
our friend.
house.
Time is not our friend.
I'm
Time
angry,
is
I'm
gone.
going
I'm
home.
sorry. No, wait. We're almost done. We're almost done. This is the most exciting part of the show. Is
It's
where
actually
we
frustrating.
get to have the newest guest actually give us the final
Okay.
tip. So, just the tip.
Just the tip.
Yes, Kelvin Mary, please.
Just the tip of the gold mine.
Just interpret it anyhow you want. Is a tip, Sha.
All right.
That's what we asked for.
Guys, just the tip of the gold mine. All right? I mean, it's gold mine because it's golden. Golden. Anyway, no matter what you do not feel pressured. No one has any right to put you under pressure to do anything in your dating, in your marriage. No one. Not even your partner. All right? There is a place for understanding. There is a place for manipulation. Understand the difference. Understand that you have to look out for yourself.
Yeah.
All right?
Kevin, this is not the guest shoulder. We said just the tip.
Just the tip.
But yours is beginning to grow shoulder.
I don't, you know what I say? You know what I say? Now good.
It's good. But thank you very much, Kevin. Very good to have you in here. Looking forward to seeing you again.
Thanks for having me,
Mr.
man.
Deck. And of course, your gang. All right.
It's not his fault.
Thank you for a grand Friday. The drinking's only just started. We've got Saturday and we're going to be doing this. Oh, sorry, we're riding tomorrow. You and I.
Yes, we're ready.
Okay.
What are you guys writing?
Bikes.
My brother,
man.
they love
I
The
just
only
need
way
to be
to
sure.
move
I mean, it's the
Which one
black,
is
it's the
it
black
like?
table. I need to
What
be
are
on
you
that.
writing
I
tomorrow?
need to be sure what people are writing.
Motorcycles. Listen, goodbye. Thank you very much. Catch you guys next week. Ride bikes, nothing else.